Hello, and welcome to Cahnmann's Current Event Roundtable. Today we have an amazing group of young people from colleges and from a senior in high school. And I decided that we need to hear from a new generation, which are called the millennials. Millennials, yes, they're not baby boomers, are they? They're millennials. The politics of the new generation. I would like to introduce them to you, and one is David Mandel, senior at Brandeis University, International Studies and Politics. Welcome to Cahnmann's Current Event Roundtable.
Glad to be here.
And Lauren Miller, she's a senior at Loyola Academy, and you're an intern with the 10th Dems this summer. So we're going to talk about what it's like to be in a political party for your age. And then last but not least is Stephen Ark, who's a freshman at McAllister College, a political science major.
Just getting started this fall. Thank you.
Getting started this fall. It sounds like, you know, I had lunch with this group today, and I felt like I was having lunch with people that I've known for years. And I mean, they are so smart when it comes to politics. And I'm wondering, these are the people that we need to elect in a few years. Get rid of everybody else, and these are the people that really know what they're talking about. And we had a wonderful lunch, but being in, you know, my age group, and you know, you're with the iPods and the Twitters and the iPad, all these things, and Facebook, and what else am I missing? What else did you guys do? Besides, you know, I mean, at lunch, this is what they do at lunch. So I didn't have mine, and we won't ever see that. It's a new generation, and one of the things that we did talk about was what's been going on in the news today. And first of all, before we get to any particular topic, I want to find out, we'll start with you, Stevenson, you're sitting to my right. How did you start out in politics? Why did you choose for your major politics?
Well, politics is kind of a new thing for me. I mean, I've always been the kid who cared about doing stuff. Like, I remember in 3rd grade, coming up with a petition and getting my friends to sign it, talking about having too short of a lunch period. And then, long story short, the principal wound up reading to us every day, and it made things a lot worse. But I'm doing this stuff because I want to make things better, and because in 2008 I was really inspired, like a lot of people my age, to work with Barack Obama. I stayed at home and I watched the debates. I made phone calls. I went up to Wisconsin and canvassed, and I really enjoy it, and I'm doing more stuff, and I want to help make things better.
Oh, that sounds good. And Lauren?
Yeah, I think like Stephen said, it's just the possibility to inspire other people and the influence you have even as a young person, just in terms of grassroots organizations, all that you can do by just making phone calls or canvassing. You really have a lot of power in politics to help other people, which I really like. And
you're all interns with the 10th Dems this summer too. And of course, last but not least, David Mandel, who is David and I were having battles at lunchtime. Our politics.
I would call them good discussions.
Good discussions, but they were good. What drove you into politics?
You know, I was always interested in politics, but I honestly didn't do anything until 2008 with the Obama election, and he really inspired me, and I really wanted to get involved and see what I could do. So I went off to Wisconsin, actually. I was an Obama organizing fellow, which was a summer position, and then at the end of that I was hired on as a field organizer for a very rural county in central Wisconsin.
An organizer like Obama, huh?
An organizer, like Obama. And I took a semester off school, and I did that through the election, and it really just changed how I think about things.
And you talk about, you know, Obama. What happened, you know, before we get into anything else, you know, Hillary Clinton was winning, and everyone thought that she would be a winner. And what happened to, you know, what didn't she use? I know Obama seemed to use, and he got to the young people, he used technology. What did she not do, and what did he do that was so different that was the reason that she most likely lost the election? Any of you could chime in at this time. David, I know you probably are waiting to get in there, and then Stephen and, you know, Lauren, whatever.
I think he just really spoke to a younger generation really well. He took a lot of people that weren't recruited to vote or anything, or that weren't registered, but there was so much potential there, and he really got that potential going.
Yeah. I mean, back then, Hillary was the establishment candidate. She was set to win with the voters who were out there at the time. So he reached out and he found new voters. He found young people. He found first-time voters and a lot of minorities, and it worked for him. And he brought a lot of people into the system. And I think all of us are working to keep those people engaged.
But why didn't Hillary? I mean, this was the first female that ever. You know, we have to remember all our other countries. You know, Europe, Middle East. They've had female either presidents or prime ministers, and we never even had a female vice president, let alone president. What did she do? I mean, wasn't she reaching out to the young voters? And why wasn't she using technology?
I mean, I think that the sort of Barack Obama just had a much better sense of the power of social media. He had been to Silicon Valley and worked with people who had developed Facebook and these other sort of new Web 2.0 technologies. And I think he just had a better understanding of how powerful it could be. But I think beyond that, one of the reasons that Obama really got a lot of the attention of youth voters was simply that I think people who were young were looking for something new. And even though Hillary Clinton was a great candidate and would have been a great president, the fact that it would have been another Clinton in the White House was unappealing to young people. Especially, I felt that way. Because it would have meant that there would have been a Bush or a Clinton in the White House for 20 plus years.
Yeah, but we've had Daley in his White House for how many years? His father, then him. I mean, he's been in. We've had Chicago. It's like our White House, and they've been in there, you know. And I mean, she had a lot of experience too, being the wife of a president. She was. You have to remember, she was a senator of New York. It wasn't that she had a lot of things that she did on her own right. And why didn't she attract women? I mean, what was
She did for a very long time.
She did, yeah, as well. I think.
Yeah, what happened? There was a lot of women here, but why didn't they vote for her?
I think just in terms of experience in the broader general public, the fact that she had so much experience and could be associated with the past people in the administration was just an unattractive quality for them. We wanted change, we wanted something different, and Obama was just there at the perfect time.
So do you think it brought a lot of change, brought a lot of the voters out?
Oh, I think it definitely did.
And she represented the old school, right? And that gets us into a new topic too, the old school versus the new school. When we're talking about, we also were talking besides how Hillary won or how she didn't win, and how she could have won, maybe if she used the technology. But then there's another technology out there, is blogging journalists. And you know, this is your generation relying. You guys are relying on bloggers. Most of these bloggers have not had a degree in journalism. Most of the people, a lot of the people that are in the newspapers today, the Tribune, Wall Street Journal, Financial Times, New York Times, Sun Times, these are people that have gone to school, gone to college, gotten a master's in journalism, and then you're getting all this information from bloggers who doesn't have that degree, who, I don't know if they make up the information or what. And look what happened to Shirley Sherrod, relying and getting the information relying on bloggers. What's going to happen to our newspapers? Are we not going to have, you know, like wonderful newspapers that I can sit and read and highlight and tear out like I do all the time? What is going to happen with your generation